If you desire to manifest your divine feminine power, but don't know where to start, stay tuned because by the end of this video, you will have the tools you need to start stepping into your FemDom power and exploring your soft dominance. Although I love my riding crop, not all FemDoms like to carry around a crop and wear a strap-on. Just as there are many different styles of dominant energy and manifestation, there are also soft dom types amongst the FemDoms in our community, often referred to as queen, goddess, mistress, madam, and mommy. If you haven't already watched my two-part series all about soft dominance, I would definitely encourage you to do so. But for today's purposes, soft dominance is essentially inspiring submission not from the top down, but from the bottom up in a sort of cradling and support position. As a word picture, think of it this way. Soft dominants don't stand above you and intimidate you to cower and kneel for them. Soft dominants sit patiently in their chair, waiting for you to crawl to them. And in my opinion, there are 7 main traits or characteristics that most commonly define a soft dom or a soft femdom. 1. The dominant's focus is on pleasure and connection over pain and power. 2. The dominant does not use tools of violence, aggression, or humiliation. 3. The dominant inspires and coaxes obedience versus commanding or demanding it. 4. Dominants find power in having no need to be aggressive. 5. The dominant's mentality is, I can yell, but I shouldn't have to. 6. The submissive partner is treated with respect and praised rather than degraded or humiliated. And 7. When mild pain is involved, it is intended to complement any pleasurable stimulation versus intended to push the submissive's limits. And again, I've covered all of this content and more in my two-part series all about soft dominance. But for today's discussion, I wanted to talk specifically about the difference between soft dominance and specifically soft femdom. Because soft femdom absolutely follows the 7 basic principles or characteristics that I just laid out, but with a markedly feminine twist. So you as the soft femdom, you absolutely are in a position of power. You absolutely are in a position of authority. But your position of power and authority as a soft femdom is often that of a caregiver, a teacher, or a mommy type. So essentially, I define soft femdom as allowing your natural feminine energy and nurturing instincts to flow through your authority. So we're embracing our divine feminine energy, ladies. We're embracing our empathy. We're embracing our insight. We're embracing the fact that we flow with a different energy. It's not soft in terms of being a pushover because we are still in control and we are still in a position of authority. However, soft femdom is about acknowledging the power that we have as women and really honing that. So from my vantage point as a soft femdom, because that's definitely how I would relate at this point in my life, at this point in my BDSM journey, my energy has shifted into very much of a soft dom or mommy dom space. So from my vantage point as a soft goddess dom, the pain that is experienced on the bottom side is really the ache of wanting to be closer to you. Ooh, and it's a delectable, delicious ache that you can stir up in the heart and mind and soul of your submissive, where you are just such a goddess, such a queen, so deserving of worship, so deserving of devotion, that your submissive just wants to be in your presence all the time. They just want to be near you. They just want to be closer to you. But that is where you derive your power. That's where you derive your authority. In making that line very clear, I am goddess, I am queen, and there's a separation that exists between us. And if you've been following me for any length of time, you can finish this sentence. BDSM is not a closet to come out of, it is a what? Buffet to choose from. That is absolutely wholeheartedly my philosophy on BDSM. So really the acts involved in soft femdom, there's a wide variety, ladies. However you like to play, this is your domain to do so. However, as a self-proclaimed soft goddess dom, mommy dom, I wanted to share with you my top 10 favorite soft femdom activities. Sub or slave training. Now, I as a soft femdom enjoy the training process very, very much because I view you as my new submissive as this formless lump of clay. You've come to me wanting to be molded into the form I desire to shape you in. That is a delectable thought. Fitness training, lifestyle management, and behavior modification. I enjoy these facets of femdom because, again, with the slave training, with the submissive training, it's very much taking you as you are, seeing your potential, and speaking to that. And so the same goes with fitness training, lifestyle management, and even behavior modification, if I receive your consent, is you're coming to me saying, I am laying down my will at your feet, my habits at your feet, and I want your help to make me better. I also enjoy protocols and domestic service. I am so into protocols. If I could have my whole life be structured in protocol, it would be fantastic. Not for me, but for the submissives in my life, because to me, it creates a connection. Protocols create a connection in even the most vanilla, mundane tasks. And I really love that. I really think it can keep a submissive very grounded and very mindful. And then, of course, as most femdoms, goddess doms, domestic service. We have the world to take over. We have an empire to run. We cannot do our own dishes. That's what you're for. Honorifics, worship, and prayer are also of great interest to me as a soft dom because these all show me respect and gratitude, and those both are great ways to get my attention, respect and gratitude. An honorific, you calling me goddess, you calling me queen, you acknowledging my superiority, absolutely. That's not something I enjoy, that's something I demand. Beyond that, worship and prayer are very beautiful because I often infiltrate my submissive's gratitude practice with such elements as, again, I want you to stay strong and empowered. And if you are worshiping me, your goddess, praying to me, your goddess, and showing me, your goddess, gratitude, whew, I love that. And then, of course, we have chastity and tease and denial. Now, I love chastity and tease and denial together, especially because you're all locked up and there's just nothing you can do about it. And so it is really a fun way for me to play in terms of knowing your need, knowing your desire, and purposely shutting it down. I also very much enjoy pet play. This is a great option for soft femdoms because pet play is a lot of a mental game. And so you're really taking your submissives out of this adult human headspace and putting them into a very simple black and white headspace where they don't have to be panned out or make decisions. And so it's a lot of mental play to me, in my opinion. Pet play is, yes, you obviously do, physical things. You can eat out of pet dishes and collar and leash and put them in a cage and all these things that are wonderful. But again, it has very much of a soft dom vibe. This isn't an impact play thing. A naughty puppy might need to be spanked, but other than that, generally, this suits me and my style very, very well. Plus, you all just look so cute in those little pup masks. Now, my next two are public play and humiliation play, and I list these two together. Although they can be performed separately, I enjoy them together because I think they do go hand in hand very well. If you take a collared little pup out into the vanilla world and are engaging with them in your dynamic, oh, it's a beautiful thing. And so we adding a public element in, we often add a little bit of humiliation as well. It's desired, delicious, consensual humiliation, but that public element, if you take them outside, out of a dungeon space, a play party, your own house, whatever, it can really make the experience more real. And then humiliation play in general, just, if I ask you to do a task and you don't do it, yes, I get to humiliate you for that because it was a simple fucking task. Sissification and maid training I also quite enjoy because I have a lot of beautiful, wonderful straight males in my community who very much enjoy sissification, cross-dressing, etc. And it's just fun for me. It's fun for me to play in that space with someone that I know, that I care about, and allowing them that outlet, allowing them to step out of that really often masculine gets confused with aggressive. And so I think a lot of men with softer personalities or with alternative interests feel like they have to stay in this very dominant, masculine, aggressive headspace. And so for me, sissification and maid training can take on a very emotional space for me because I am helping that man step out of that space he feels stuck in. And then it becomes like a little girly play date and we can go shopping and paint nails, and it can be really fun. So both of those I also very much enjoy as well. And there is no greater benefit than training a maid to do exactly what you need done around the house. And finally, hand, foot, and boot worship. As a soft dom, you don't need to be name-calling, degrading, humiliating. If that's your thing, great. But if you don't like that, aren't into that, you can still very much experience hand worship, foot worship, boot worship, and it can be done as a form of just worshiping you as a goddess, as a queen. The fact that you are so far above your cute little beta that they could only ever aspire to tasting the detritus off of the bottom of your shoes. But soft femdoms, I would love to hear from you as well. How do you identify? Are you a caregiver, mommy? And out of the activities that I listed today, what is your favorite? Do we share any common ground? Comment below and let me know.